Hey, what's happening, guys? Dan Darrow here with another Options to Play video update. So this video is kind of something that was on the top of my mind, just based off of Merck, which I'll talk about in a second, but also because we use like the term backtest a lot in trading in the VTF on these videos. I mean, if you read the nightly letters, and um, and really quite simply, a backtest just means when you have a pattern that in one direction, right, and the stock makes a move, and then it comes back to retest that key pattern trigger level. Okay, so using Merck as an example, a backtest would be right. So when the stock busted through 80. Very clearly it was a significant long-term area of resistance. It had tried to get through it a few times late last year, early this year, struggled, traded up into like the high 70s, 79 area, couldn't get through it, right? So when it broke above it, on that antiviral COVID news 2 weeks ago, I mean, it was a significant technical development, right? You had traders that in the pre-market were looking at it as it probed 80, thinking, okay, this is triggering a major monthly breakout, right? So when you had the news, it triggered the breakout, which led to a nice run up to like 84 area, right? And now as it comes back, it's back testing the 80 breakout level, right? So the big area of resistance. Now, what people look for, and myself, when I'm looking at a back test, is you want previous resistance to turn into support, right? So if it's a bullish breakout, you want the previous resistance to turn into support. If it was a breakdown, you want previous support to turn into resistance, right? So meaning that buyers, right, start to get more aggressive, and instead of where sellers really had like their way, right, when it was at 80 the last few times, now if buyers start to step in, get more aggressive, and really defend prices above 80, it's a good confirmation that the breakout was legitimate, right? So instead of just like a pop and drop and give it all back, a back test, a hold of the previous resistance at 80, that would be confirmation that the move was legitimate. This breakout has some real like interest in it, and it could be setting up like a turn and maybe like another leg up, right? In this scenario, what's interesting too is that you can see the 8 EMA is caught up underneath, which is sitting right around that 80 level too, which might be exactly what it needs to really like back test and then pause and hold, because you get that moving average support starting to enter the picture, right? But when it comes down to it, I mean, like this is like a great, so people that really like to trade breakouts or maybe like continuation patterns and momentum patterns, right? The back test is really like a nice tool to add to your arsenal, because it's confirmation, right? And that's really what we're looking for as traders when we're looking at these breakouts. Is confirmation that it's a legitimate move, right? Confirmation that this breakout is real and it's not just a pop and drop and you get caught in a head fake, right? And that's why the back test is so important, because when you see previous resistance start to turn into support, then you're like, okay, character's changing, pattern's changing, and now we can start to maybe look for another leg up. All right. So earnings season tomorrow is the official kickoff. JP Morgan, some of the financials get going, and from here on out, it's going to get busier really through the end of the month. So there's going to be a lot going on. There's going to be a lot of stocks moving. So keep an eye out for back tests, and if something stands out to you, shoot me a message, because I'd like to see maybe some of the setups you're looking at too. All right. So if you like this video and you're looking for more information on trading earnings with options, or swing trading with options, or trading these breakouts with options, please follow up with the link in the description of the video for more information on options to play. Have a great night. Stay well, and I'll talk to you tomorrow.